Hey everyone, this is Shag, bringing to you Phantasmagoria Flower Review. I've been playing the Touhous for a while now, developing a list of favorite characters and experiencing many different games. As such, I finally managed to clear normal mode on this one without taking a hit. And you'll see when I start the replay, but let's say this game is a lot more chaotic than the others. Normal mode is a challenge for people who do lunatic on a regular basis in other Touhou games. First, let me point something out. This game has a lot of playable characters. Reimu, Marissa, Sakuya, Yomu, Racing, Cerno, Lyrica, Mystia, Telly, Aya, Medicine, and Yuka. Medicine being introduced in this game. Telly is by far my favorite. Well, not probably by far, but Telly is definitely my favorite Touhou character at this point. Probably because she's so adorable. There are many others that I like, but that's not important for this, I suppose. Now, is it? Right. Most of these that you see here are clearing easy without using a continue. But this one is the normal mode. You can see that I used Shaime Maru, or Aya, if you prefer. So let's get this started, I guess. There was some dialogue there. So okay, as we go through this, I'll attempt to explain the differences in the game mechanics for those of you who did not play this awkward, well, sort of, addition to the series. First things first, you have to actually press the button to fire, like repeatedly rather than holding it down. Holding it down will let you charge. You collect levels of charge which allow you to unleash spell attacks on the opponent's field. Yep, that's about it. Another thing, well, you can see that the first level is obviously pretty easy, but we'll see how many stupid mistakes I make, because I'm definitely going to be yelling at past self for being an idiot at some point. And he deserves it. But well, you can see from my side of the screen on the left that even Cerno is a threat. As a playable character, Cerno is one of the choices that I actually liked quite a bit. Mystia was also actually a very good character to play as, surprisingly. I suppose that's surprising. But anyway, more game mechanic tips. You want to destroy things on the screen as much as you can, and in chains if you can do that, because that gives you the most points. Points are important for getting extra lives, mostly. Fun fact, if you start with more than the default amount of lives, which is also the lowest amount of lives you can choose, you don't get any bonuses after stages whatsoever. So basically, there's no difference in choosing 3 lives and choosing 4 or 5 lives. Mystia's little bird things there are kind of dangerous. One thing you might want to know is that, like, destroying the butterfly-looking things, which are spirits, I think that's what makes the character's special attack go to the other side of the screen. Mystia's being birds, Aya's being those fast red orb things flying around on occasion. And Reimu here has yin-yang orbs, which are always annoying. Stages 1 through, I don't know, 5 are generally pretty easy. 6 is when the difficulty starts getting kind of retarded. Let's choose that word for an example. Stupid yin-yang orbs, they're too freaking huge. This game is probably not well balanced, I'm gonna say that. You might notice that I'm occasionally putting it like that. There's like a little fan range in front of me. That activates the spirits, making them easier to hit and easier to kill. A lot of characters have ranges for that are just awkward to use, such as Telly, which is a big eye that goes across the screen. Telly also moves really slowly when she's focusing, which is a bad thing, because of one particular character, which we'll run into later. Racing is another Touhou character that I like. I like Aya too, by the way. and she can be kind of a problem if she's on one of the higher or the further along levels, I suppose, but I'm not sure if any character's spell cards are better than other characters flat out, but the more you use spell cards, the better the next one you use is going to be. A level 4 spell actually sends your character over to the enemy screen to do their signature spell card attacks, while the other ones just throw a bunch of projectiles on them and clear your screen. So, basically what I'm saying is this game is a lot different from the regular Touhou games. Well, not a lot. It still has the basic principles in it. And it's also the one I've actually played the most, because I was so insistent on getting this normal mode thing actually done. Yomu over there's first level charge attack actually destroys bullets, which is a lot less useful than it sounds because it's difficult to hit with and it's close range. Close range in Touhou is kind of a strange idea. For example, in Mountain of Faith, which is a really pretty looking game by the way, also Natori is adorable, but in Mountain of Faith one of Marissa's shot types is like close range blizzard gust things, except you can park it like Remelia's bats in Imperishable Night, which actually makes me think that's the best shot for me, which is odd. Oh, did we just encounter Lily White and I wasn't busy paying attention to complain? Lily White, allegedly, when the match reaches a stalemate or has gone on too long, you get caution, Lily appeared. And she spams bullets all over the place. And Lily White is by far the worst Touhou character in existence, hands down. Preferably hands down into her face in the form of a fist. Ugh, I hate Lily White so much. It's also in Megamori, she's kind of annoying and a... So anyway, we're at stage 6. This is when stuff gets stupid. Luckily, the game actually has a mechanic to prevent you from tearing all of your hair out, which is the more you lose to a character, the easier they are on the next attempt. This becomes very important. There's Lily! Look at her spew all those frickin' bullets! If you don't have a charge shot, or a level 2 charge at least, ready when Lily shows up, oh boy, are you gonna have fun. Especially since she likes to show up during the level 4 spell attacks like the one we are currently experiencing at the moment. By the way, you automatically get free spell attacks at certain points, and using a level 4 spell attack yourself completely cancels the opponent's. Oh look! Did you notice that we were doing pretty good all along past cells? Well, let's go ahead and screw it up in the end. Yes, that is by far the most common thing that has happened to me in this. Get the opponent down to like one hit, and one hit left. Look, Marissa's about to die, but I always die first. The amount of times that I have lost a match when the opponent had 1 health left is far too many for that sort of condition. Okay, here's Lily White screwing me over. By the way, you might have noticed that the losing side says Dead Parrot. I have no explanation for that, but it's pretty hilarious. It's even suitable for Aya a little bit, considering her bird themes as a Tengu. Also, Aya's kinda different in Mountain of Faith when she shows up there than she is in this game. She goes from reporter to guardian. Whatever, still cool. Marissa over there. Let's talk about Marissa for a minute. At first I was complaining that Reimu and Marissa were boring characters that I didn't want to play as. And Marissa was a jerk in Imperishable Night with her spell cards and her theme gets stuck in your head. All of that, well, the last 2 things there are still true, but I actually liked Marissa quite a bit. Also, her interactions with Alice are very nice. But I prefer her over Reimu, because Reimu's just a huge jerk who ruins everything all the time. But Marissa is also a jerk, but she's hilarious as a jerk. And there we see me. Oh, well, let me finish explaining Marissa first before I complain about this freaking thing. In this game, when you complete the game as Marissa, oh no, I'm talking about a Touhou ending, terrible. The final boss explains to Marissa that she needs to stop lying to people. So naturally, the first thing she does is barge through the front door of the Scarlet Devil Mansion and exclaim, "I'm here to rob you!" Oh, Marissa.